What is up? My name is Tyson Pernell.
And my name is Jacob Odell, and this is episode 1 of the AMBTN Tech Podcast. This week we're talking from everything to the studio, the journey to how we got here, what you can expect from us in the future, as well as Tyson and I are going to be playing a little game to get to know you better, exposing ourselves a little bit, really.
Yes, all that and more on this week's podcast.
This is AMBTN Tech.
All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us today. This is going to be a fun, exciting journey. Jacob, what do you think?
Oh, I'm really looking forward to this. As excited as you are about the YouTube channel itself, for me, it's like the podcast is where it's at, right? Talking into the microphone, having like papers in front of me and stuff, even though I actually don't have papers in front of me right now. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, feeling like a little radio station, actually. It's exciting.
I love radio.
Yeah, so even though, why don't you just explain a little bit about where this podcast is going to go, Jacob?
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that's kind of the beauty is the podcast name is AMBTN Tech. So obviously we're going to be focusing on more of the tech side of things, but also we want to have fun. We want you guys to enjoy the podcast as well. So although the main themes are going to be tech, we're going to be having fun. We're going to be playing some games, just really kind of goofing off, but not goofing off. So today kind of, we were going to focus on. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say we're going to talk. We're just going to talk about a few of the great moments where we talked about building the studio, where we're talking about all the videos that we're going to create, kind of the behind the scenes, more of the storyline behind it instead of just a quick cut films that we would normally upload to YouTube. More of personality, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Don't worry, guys. Tyson's still going to look as great on the podcast as he does in the video.
Well, I mean, if you're wondering how I got this look, we have a video on how we got that. That's a Camlink 4K. You know how we do plug the channel all day, every day. But
I wasn't expecting that. That was a nice little gem there.
Of course, you got to live the brand. But
so we've been doing this now for what? Is it 3 months now? I don't know how long we've been
doing this. I don't know. We've been working at it for more than 3 months. And what about the podcast? How many times have we tried this first podcast? Maybe 2, 3, 4, 5,000 times.
This is episode 1, guys. But what you have to remember is that I think we have already archived that we'll share with those at a later date when we're actually ready to expose ourselves a little bit more. But for now, Tyson, I was thinking, obviously, like we said, we've been doing this for a few months now. What has been your highlight moment, your favorite moment, just in general, nothing too specific. We'll get into the specifics after, but for you, what was the woohoo moment?
What was the woohoo moment? Okay. I mean, I think there's two off the top of my head. Definitely number one was when was on the day when we were setting up everything in the studio. It was the final push to get everything done. It was a rough day because we had no idea how it was going to actually turn out, but we ended up getting all together, Noah, Maru, Jacob, and myself. And we ended up starting to put together this room. We had a massive, massive tech unboxing of which we might later release to the channel. It was super fun. And then from that moment, we just that was the beginning of the real excitement. No longer just a dream, but a reality. And that's something that I find you do really well, Jacob, is that you take every time I have this little dream or this idea that pops into my head, you were an excellent hype man. So I think it's going to go well with the channel, bro.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. I remember that first day too. It was so long. It was so tiring. That day, I think, although it was the longest, was one of the funniest days too. Tyson and I, we had an order placed for furniture at IKEA, an order place. We go to pick up everything. We were going to get a table, some chairs. We go, they have nothing there. Nothing is there that was supposed to be there waiting for pickup. So
everything's out of stock.
It has not been easy, or it hasn't been a breeze to get to where we are. And it's funny because after all that hard work now, with some of the new restrictions in place, I can't even be in the studio with you. So
exactly.
We're working our way around it, guys. It's not easy, but we're trying to have fun while we're doing it here.
Yeah, depending on how long this lockdown goes, you'll just start seeing, Jacob said, progressively get better and better until he just outperforms me, in which that would be a scary day.
See, it's already getting better. Now you can only see the shadow of the shelf. Oh, I guess it's on this side. The shadow of the shelf. You can't see the shelf anymore. We're improving every single day.
One step at a time.
All right. So we talked about your favorite moment of setting up, But obviously, it's not like the studio matters so much, the podcast matters so much. But what has been your favorite video so far? Because that's your forte. Your focus is the video. So, what has been your favorite video that the channel has put out so far?
Okay, yeah. So there's fun videos that we've made in the past, like the Mac Pro video, or like there's videos that I've been proud of just because of how valuable and informational they've been, a little bit more so well scripted, like the Shure microphone video that we just released. But my personal favorite has still got to be the studio reveal, the top 3 tips of stuff that you need in a studio. That was just so fun. It was, what was that, like 3 hours to record just that intro of Maru sitting on the couch and crying, but it's just so fun to watch back.
Yeah, I remember that. And for me, that was kind of the moment where like you kind of understand the thought process behind other people who are like in the content creation industry, like actors or people like in a movie, when like you hear like this behind the scenes of like this took forever to break, or like bloopers of a TV show where they keep breaking because it's just so hard to get through. Like that was the moment where I actually fully understood that.
Yeah.
When it was literally 3 hours of Maru putting like water on his face to pretend to cry, and him like talking about like oh, I lost my hair, right? Like
exactly.
That moment that was so much fun, but took so long to get done. But it's those little moments that you push through that are fun to get through, and then the end result does come out. It's not just like a TikTok video or something, which are relevant, but it's not something where it's quick and it's done and it's over with and you might scrap it. It's like you have those good times, you push through it, and then you put out that content when it's finished. And that's kind of that moment of like, we did something.
Exactly. And it's a brand new channel too. I mean, like the fact that we're over 200 views now, and it's on a topic that isn't necessarily searchable. Like on the Mac Pro video, we have over 60% of the people watching those videos are just people that we just don't know at all, that are actually just searching Mac Pro video. But as for the actual studio video, that is not really a searchable thing. So it shows that people, I guess, kind of like the idea of the little skit that we put together. So with that being said, I'm like super excited to get down on the next skit, like whatever it may be. We're going to have to work around COVID. It'll be interesting, but it'll be fun to add those little skits at the beginning of some special ones. But bro, like, I don't know if you can see the subscriber count in the back, but we just hit 75, man.
Oh, 75. Which is funny because that does seem like a smaller number, and really it is. But for coming like from nothing, right, and just like seeing how far we've come, like to people listening, like 75 might not seem like a whole lot, but to us, that is like right now, that feels like such a win. Like the fact that we're so close to hitting that 100 subscriber mark, it really does mean a lot to us. So if you're listening and you're not subscribed to the channel, always just a reminder, hit that subscribe button, please. I really appreciate it. Also, like we're gonna keep, like, this podcast isn't just a once thing. We're gonna keep doing it, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, exactly. I mean, I think at the top of my camera roll, I have a dance video of me dancing to the fact that we just hit 4 subscribers. So 75 subscribers is like outrageously awesome. I just, it gets me hyped every time. And no, I really, like Jacob saying, I really appreciate all you guys' support. And we're going to continue to keep on pushing out content. But with that being said, Jacob, I think we should quickly explain the direction of the AMBTN Tech channel.
Yeah, I guess that was the question I was supposed to answer at the beginning. Then I went off on a tangent. Something that I will continue to do.
That's all right. We all do it.
Yeah. So, yeah, like we said, for the next few videos, guys, we want you to feel comfortable with us, listening to us, enjoy hearing us speak. So we're going to be doing a few get to know you episodes, getting to know Tyson a little bit more. Be doing an interview with him. Also, our good friend Maru Mwangi. We'll be doing a little get to know you with him. His face could not be here, unfortunately, today.
Yes.
And we want you to get to know us, so we're going to do a few get to know you episodes, as well as doing a few podcast, little unboxings, so just audio unboxings, I guess. That's going to be a blast. But also, guys, if there's something that you have a question about, tech questions, put it in the comments, because
yes,
we want to answer your questions. We want, like, I know that everyone wants Jacob's opinion on tech, because Jacob is the mastermind here when it comes to tech. Just kidding. Tyson is. Tyson knows what he's talking about. This guy can rant all day about tech, and it's ridiculous. So
yeah, it gets a little ridiculous, I bet, after a while. But I mean, that's why we made the tech channel.
Yeah. But it doesn't matter if those questions are ridiculous, if they're more serious, like we'll be happy to answer all of them. So on that note, I was thinking, Tyson, we could play a quick game here, just before we conclude this episode. A little
okay.
a little would you rather / get to know you thing involving tech. How does that sound?
That sounds great. Okay, this is like off the top. Like I'm not no script prepared for none of this.
No.
Okay.
I didn't tell
That's
him what
fine.
these questions are, so he has no idea what's coming.
Oh
All right,
my
so
goodness.
Obviously, so Google is the biggest search engine out there.
All right.
But let's say you're not allowed to use Google for a week. Are you using Bing or Yahoo search?
Oh my goodness. Bro, I'd rather go to the library and like look up books at this point, my friend. If I have to, I'm using, how dare I say it, Bing. Oh my goodness. Bro, you're coming out with the heat with these questions. Oh my goodness.
Well, and it's funny because obviously like we put a lot of work into making the studio look good, making it look fresh, well lit and everything. And I feel like Bing is just the complete opposite of that. Like just not aesthetically pleasing in any way.
It's they tried so hard. Man. My goodness. And they're a big company. Like isn't Bing run by is it Microsoft or there's a
I
don't
know what it is, but I know that like it's not little by any means. Like they are.
Yeah, it's no mom and pop shop. They've poured money into this, so my goodness. But still, you can't beat Google, man. Oh,
so you heard it first here. Tyson loves Bing. He's a Bing supporter. He's a Binger.
No. I'm a Binger. Oh my goodness.
All right.
You know me, just binging.
All right. Question number 2, Tyson. If you had to give up Instagram for 1 week, what social media platform are you replacing it with?
Oh goodness. Well done with the questions, man. Is TikTok a social media platform?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
that counts.
I think then TikTok. Honestly, TikTok is amazing. The amount of natural and organic reach that you can have within like a short period of time is outrageous. Plus, like there's people who have TikTok, like there's TikTok houses where there's a bunch of people who make TikToks inside of them. Like you can also mass produce content, which to me, making YouTube videos and spending over 20 hours editing them is just like, okay, that sounds a bit nice right about now, right? Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think TikTok would be probably the one.
Nice. So then maybe our last question here on that same note, TikTok or Vine?
Oh, my goodness.
They're both amazing, but if you had to choose between TikTok or Vine, like, would you keep TikTok or would you bring Vine back?
Vine has a special place in my heart where I just like, I loved it. And like, it was a very, very much a part of my childhood. But honestly, I feel like there was something that Vine did, and maybe I'll get roasted in the comments for going against Vine here, but it felt like Vine started to get a little stale after a while. And I feel like TikTok is always trying to push the envelope. They're always trying to get better and always trying to like be more out there. So I don't know. I do like Vine, but TikTok has grown a place in my heart.
I feel like TikTok wouldn't be a thing if Vine weren't a thing first.
Yeah, I agree.
Vine was definitely the OG TikTok.
Vine was definitely the OG TikTok. If there was no Vine, like so many things, because also like TikTok is influenced. Like now YouTube has come up with Reels, and like we have Instagram Reels, and I bet you Facebook is going to have Reels too. So like that all stems back from Vine. So yeah, it is definitely the foundation of all social medias that are growing now. So it's crazy.
Awesome. But yeah, so they're just 3 questions, guys, that help you to get to know Tyson a little bit better. He loves Bing, would choose TikTok over Instagram any day, and he hates Vine. So
oh my goodness. You're just trying to trigger me with all these questions.
I'm just kidding. But no. But yeah, so that I believe wraps up then our first episode of the AMBTN Tech Podcast, guys. Anything that you would like to add, Tyson?
Anything that I'd like to add? Well, thank you so much for joining this podcast. We have a few up and coming podcasts, of which we're going to go deeper dive into exactly further explaining the direction of this YouTube channel that we'll be going, and just all around the journey that we're going to all go with. But no, I'm excited for the future podcast, bro.
Yeah, it's going to be good. And so, guys, just going back here, I meant to add earlier, we'd love to hear what your opinions are. Bing or Yahoo? If you had to go with one, which would you go for? If you could have Instagram for a week, what are you replacing it with? And TikTok or Vine? We wanna hear what your opinions are. Hear how you feel about this, and so it gives me some material to roast Tyson later with.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm excited to see what they're gonna say. I'm excited, bro. Thanks, guys, so much for listening or watching. If you're watching on the YouTube channel, we'll see you on the next episode.
Adios.